Good morning. Happy Thursday. We're almost done with the week. We've got one more day left until we can maybe relax on the weekend. I'm not sure, depending on what you do or where you work. So yesterday, just recap from yesterday, about boundaries, which is a good thing. We need to set boundaries in our life. We need to set those, so that, we can thrive and we can, and feel sane in our heads and it helps us and to love ourselves more and to, good morning, Kiki. How are you? Oh, Tammy's on too. Wonderful. I'm so happy both of you are on this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So yeah, there was kind of a common theme again, of course, because there's going to be common themes within this challenge. And we can be so, it just amazes me that we can be so different yet similar, the same. And I found that to be just not in American culture, in all cultures, in all places, in all religions. There's common similarities. So yesterday with boundaries, a lot of people were saying, hey, I need to set boundaries within myself. Yes. Also set boundaries with other people that you've never set boundaries with. Can you imagine what those people are actually thinking? But you're putting yourself first, and you're putting yourself, number one. You have to take care of yourself first. I want to keep preaching to you every single day. It's about you taking care of you first. And so setting boundaries is a huge thing. We need to have boundaries. We can't function unless we have boundaries. And I don't know how many times a client comes to me and says they have an issue with boundaries and they've never set boundaries. And, one particular was like 53 or 54. And she hadn't set any boundaries in her entire life because she never learned how to. She just allowed people to walk all over her and allowed people to just take advantage of her. And if they needed something, she was always there. If they wanted something, she was always there. If they needed a ride somewhere, she was always there. Whatever it was, so whatever the dialogue was at that time. And so many of us struggle with that. We struggle with that people pleaser syndrome where we think that we need to please everybody. It's not benefiting us at all. It's a complete disservice to ourselves. We're putting everybody else's needs first. We need to put our needs first. And so she coached with me for a little while, and come to find out that it's been going on for her entire life. Since she was very, very little, letting people, especially her family members, walk all over her. And once we started, releasing some of that emotional trauma and letting some of that go and breaking some of those ties, and energetically those ties and those virtual contracts, you set with those people, and really deep diving into those healing and reframing those beliefs and those habits, stories that she'd been kept inside for so long. Started doing things and shifting and started doing things that was making her happy, and taking adventures and taking trips by herself and doing things by herself, and realizing that she really loved these things. I already had with her personally, because my whole life I've been a people pleaser. I'm a recovered people pleaser, and I was a doormat, and one person in particular let walk all over her. And I don't know how much she would fall, and I would pick her up, and then she would wipe her dirty feet all over me. And she would fall, and I would pick her up, and I would take care of her. She'd call me up in the middle of the night, come and get me, I don't know where I'm at, I need some help. I'd be there in a heartbeat. I loved her and I cared about her. But I was loving myself and I wasn't caring about myself. So once my client started shifting and changing, family members and friends started questioning sanity. Questioning her sanity. Because she's happy. Happy. Well, that's insane. For being happy. But because she wasn't there for them, present for them, and doing all these things that she had used to do for them, she had never set those boundaries. When she started setting those boundaries and started doing things for herself, she became happy. She became content. She had a zest for life. She was out doing things that made her happy and exploring the world and taking all these crazy, amazing trips. I remember her sending me pictures and I'm like, oh my God, you're like where? You're like in Egypt? What? Okay. Whatever makes you happy. That's just it. It's like when we let people walk all over us and we became that doormat and that people pleaser and we value our worth on what other people think about us, and we let people just us, period, whether they consciously or subconsciously realize it. Not loving ourselves. We're not taking care of ourselves. We're not truly happy with ourselves. So you have to get out of that. You have to set those boundaries. You have to be that person you are meant to be in this world and show up just as you are. Show up you, 100% authentic you, happy, and zest for life, doing things that make you happy, doing things that you, that are a service to you, because that in turn will take everybody else around you. I guarantee it. Hey, Belle, good morning. How are you? So, that goes a little bit into today's challenge is really, how does the world see us? How do we show up? How do we show up? And especially to strangers. So your challenge today is to how would you lovingly describe yourself to a stranger? Now I put lovingly in there because I want you to really think about it. Who are you? Who are you all about? What do you want? What are your desires? What are your wants? What do you want? Who are you? Lovingly tell a stranger who you are. That's it. Easy peasy. I tell strangers all the time that, you know what, I'm quirky and I'm weird and I'm fun and I'm loving and I'm authentic and I'm real and I'm raw, and I'm going to call you out on your bullshit all the time. I'm going to make you put your big purple panties up, big people panties on, and I'm going to make you do the work. So I want you to do the work. Get your big person panties on today and do the work. Make yourself happy. Put yourself number one. Do things to take care of you. So, everybody have a great day. And as always, I hear you, I see you, and I am here for you. So if you need anything in this group, anybody need anything, please reach out to me. I am here to support you. Lovingly support you. All right. Everybody have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. And I love you all. Mwah.